Okay, we're starting here on Apply Your Knowledge, creating a digital painting by applying multiple filters. We're on page number 391. As you can see, I've already downloaded and opened the image here. So I've got it called garden.jpg, which is the picture you're downloading. And now let's just go through this. Save the image as gardenpainting.psd, file save as. And I recommend you just go ahead and download your pic or save to your pictures folder here. In this case, because I'm doing a video, that's actually what I'm doing here, video. Make sure that you save this as a Photoshop document. And I'm going to just go ahead and save that. Good. So you can see we've just saved it. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is the full reset. Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials. And then I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to right click, Reset All Tools. Okay. And I'm going to press the color D as in Delta. And you probably, as I was doing this, saw things changing on my screen. Okay. Okay, I'm now on step 2. I'm going to go ahead and right click on the background layer. I'm going to right click on the background layer. I'm going to click on duplicate layer. And let's just see what they want us to name this in step 2. And they want us to name this, name the new layer edits. Okay, we can edits. Good. And okay. Do they care what color we're going to name it or what color we're going to make it? I don't think it's that big a deal. I'm just going to go with green. It doesn't matter. Green. Now they want us to go ahead and hide the background layer. Okay. You didn't see anything change because edits is right in front of it. It's exactly the same layer. Okay, good. Now we're on step 3 to okay. Step 3 to increase the saturation layer. Click layer in the application bar. So I'm coming up here to layer, and I want to go to new adjustments layer, and then they want me to go to sort of hue and saturation. There are other places you could have gotten to this from, okay, just so you know. And let's see, do they care what I name this? Click on garden painting, hue and saturation. Just go ahead and click on OK. Good. Now we're in the properties for hue and saturation right here. And you see where it says master right here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to adjust first the reds. Okay. And let's see here, reds and inner saturation of, what did it just say? It said saturation of 50 for saturation. As I'm doing this, you will slowly start seeing the image adjusting. Yellow, okay? And we're going to change the yellow saturation to 60. We're not changing the hue at all. No. Okay. Hue is, remember, as we do this, remember that hue is basically the shade of a tone, the color itself, and saturation is the intensity of the color. I'm going down here to do greens or blues. Yellow 60 and blue 73. Okay, we're done with those. Good. And let's see here. Now, the only thing left is we're going to click on this little button here for click to layer. And now you see the little arrow pointing down at the edits layer. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to collapse this by clicking on this right here. And again, if you want to see the difference of what's going on here, I'm going to turn the background layer on. Okay. So you can easily see that we've made quite a bit of difference there. Okay, I'm turning the page. In the Layers panel, select the Edits layer. So I selected the Edits layer. And on the Filter menu, select Convert for Smart Filters. Filter, Convert for Smart Filters. Okie dokie. Good. Okay, next. In the Filter menu, so let's go ahead and open the Filter Gallery. Filter. I'm just trying to... The reason it looks like I'm reading straight out of the book is I'm trying to make sure I follow the directions as they're given to you. Okay, in the filter gallery, more than one filter is listed. So if there are several things over here in this, you're going to click on the ones you want to get rid of and click on the trash can. Okay, now if there's only one here, so I can't, but like that. See, at this point, I've got more layers. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the trash can again. So I've only got one layer there. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's see in the filter gallery if more than one appears, which is the one they want first. Artistic layers, poster edges. So I can come over here to artistic layer. I'm going to come over here and find poster edges, and then we're going to make some adjustments to the poster edges. Edge thickness to 6, so edge thickness to 6, okay. Edge intensity to 0, and posterization to 5. Now, the reason mine look like it's already set is because, frankly, I already did this once and several times, and so these are just the last settings I used for those. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is add another layer. I'm going to do that by clicking on the New Effect Layer button right down here. You see where I'm at. I click on that. Now we've got another effect layer visible. Okay, and for this one, poster edges and cutout thumbnail. So now I'm going to go ahead and look for cutout thumbnail. I have no doubt you guys will see it long before there it is, cutout. Good. Okay. And I'm going to go find cutout, and I'm going to set the levels to 6, edge simplicity to 1, edge fidelity to 2. Okay, so you can see these here, 6, 1, 2. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a new effect layer. Okay, and on this one, let's see here. I want to go to rough pastels thumbnail, rough pastels. Okay, and let's see here. Stroke length to 22, detail to 1. Where am I again? Rough pastels. Texture to canvas, scaling to 136, and relief to 3, and light at the bottom. And you see all of that being done. Okay, so now we've done all 3 of these. We can go ahead and click on OK. And we see, again, the changes that it's made in our image. And again, if you just wanted to see what that did, I could just go ahead and turn the filters off. And you can see that big difference when I go ahead and click on these. Okay, with the layers all selected. Okay, now I will tell you the rest of this is basically compressing it, okay? It's not going to make much of a difference in how it looks, but I will go ahead and do step number 13. The reality is at this point, you could go ahead and save as a JPEG and turn it in. And again, to show you the difference, you turn this off. Oops, turn that on, sorry. That's where we started. That's where we are. So you should be able to see a pretty big difference from just a small amount of work. Okay, now I'm going to do step 13 again. Honestly, that one's not as necessary. Okay, and so in the layers panel, select all 3 layers. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to click here. I'm going to hold the shift key down. I'm going to click here. So I've selected all 3 layers. In the panel, on the image menu, select mode, image, mode, and come down here to CMYK. Before I click, I'm actually going to look at the instructions. Yes. It's going to ask something about rasterizing. Yes. And OK. And OK. Good. Now we're basic. And again, we could still take that and you can still see how much of a difference you made. And again, you can go ahead and turn this in. You're going to have to change this to 6 inches wide. Let's see. Anything else I really want to do? No. I want to go back one step here, just so you guys Control Z. Okay. And let's go back to our history here. Or actually, we're going to go ahead and do that again. Image, mode, CMYK. Rasterize. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're seeing a difference. And the difference you're seeing is basically what's going to print on a CMYK color printer. Now, you might notice here, this here looks a lot more like what's in the book, okay? So I will tell you, if either of these were to get turned in, they would get credit. For whatever reason, this, before they did that last step, and that's why I kind of said you could stop there, it looks a lot more like what's in the book. Okay, so I am going to go to this one, but again, you could be doing either one. You're not going to be marked off, okay? So now I'm just going to come up here, as you already know, to Image. Oh, first I'm going to save. Control S, obviously. Good. Now I'm going to go to Image, Image Size. You all know what I'm going to do and change that to 6 inches wide. Okay. I can press Control 0 if I care. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and, oops, go ahead. I want to close you. I clicked in the wrong box. File, Save As. We're going to go ahead, as you know, and we're going to save this as a JPEG, the top JPEG option, garden video, and save. Yes. Okay, you're ready to turn that in.